Peace to the family. Was Gutty. It's your boy. Back with another episode. Matter of fact, welcome to season 2. But first off, fuck all that. I told y'all niggas. I told y'all niggas that Bud was finna beat Canelo ass. Watch out. I told y'all niggas Bud was finna beat Canelo ass. I said it verbatim. Niggas was, oh no, it ain't gonna be that easy if he win. It ain't gonna, nigga, he beat the shit out that nigga, bro. No disrespect. Shout out to my Latinos, mi your hermano way, mi no racista way, like I said, but Bud beat the tapatio out that nigga, man. He beat the sriracha out that nigga, man. He beat that nigga like a piñata at a quinceañera, nigga. Stop playing with me, nigga. He beat the moose out that nigga scalp. He went in there with his hair styled up. Nigga shit was, at the end of the fight, that nigga hairdo was, nigga, draped over the forehead, nigga. Like Mayweather used to lead niggas. No racista, though. See, when you, I got Mexican friends, so this is how we talk, you know. My Mexican friend, my Latino friends, this is how we talk, nigga. They didn't came at me with, you want some chicken food? You know, you want some grape soda? You know, watermelon? And I didn't heard all this shit. They come to me with all this shit. It's my turn. You know what I mean? It's my turn. He beat the horchata out that nigga. You know? He was serving that nigga elote, nigga. But no, when you black, or when you Mexican and you got a black or Mexican friend, this is how it is. Like my neighbor ain't been outside in 2 days because he know what's up. Nigga know what's up. He ain't came outside in 2 days because that nigga know. That nigga know I'm like this. Nigga, what's up, fool? What's up, fool? Why you ducking me, Holmes? You know what I mean? Like, they already know. It's all love, though. Like, it's all love. When Ryan Garcia beat the shit out of Devin Haney, these niggas was on my neck. Pause. These niggas they was on me, nigga. Now, guess what, nigga? Y'all GOAT got demolished. Y'all GOAT. Devin Haney ain't no GOAT, but Canelo was y'all GOAT. Nigga, stop playing with me, nigga. He beat the flout out that nigga. You already know what's up. Stop playing with us, man. He beat that nigga like, he beat that nigga. No disrespect, you know, like I said, Canelo a great fighter. All jokes aside, Canelo a great fighter. You know, he's probably the greatest Spanish fighter that I've ever seen. Like, no cap. The nigga's a great fighter. He just got beat by the better man. I told y'all niggas. Bud was finna beat his ass. Run that shit, play the clip. We finna play this clip. Because I said it. Beat that nigga's ass. But Bud is finna beat Canelo ass. Like, Bud is finna beat Canelo. Like, no cap. That was my prediction. Shout out to me amigos. You know, I know y'all may not like what I'm saying, but it's all jokes. But this is how me and my Spanish friends talk to each other. So, this is me. And I ain't finna switch it up for y'all. Like, I ain't mad at none of y'all either. But he beat that nigga. He beat that nigga. He beat the tapatio out that nigga like I told y'all. He beat the carne asada out that nigga. Let's stop playing. Let's stop. I told y'all niggas. Even there was people there was black people talking about Canelo. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, Canelo gonna win. All right, yeah, nigga. Same shit, nigga. He beat the tajin out that nigga, man. He had that nigga looking like Matthew Dellavedova, nigga. Stop playing. He had Canelo out there looking like Matthew Dellavedova, nigga. Stop. It's all love. I don't hate nobody. You know, it was quiet outside in these streets yesterday. It was. I went to the store, niggas like, no, you can go first, fool. You was already here. Like, no, y'all ain't gotta be nice. Like, nigga, y'all ain't gotta be nice to me. Y'all ain't gotta be nice. Let me get over in traffic and shit, nigga. Act like this any other day. Y'all niggas don't be letting me get over in traffic. Don't do it just because Crawford beat Canelo. You know what I mean? Like, Stay calm. I ain't tripping. You know, it is what it is. You know, it's all love. It's all love. When there's a Mexican and a black fighter, that's like the only time where Mexicans and blacks, I wouldn't say the only time, but the most of the time, that's when we get a little, racist. I know we ain't racist, but that's when we get a little prejudice. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, nigga, I'm going for the black one, fool. I'm going for the Mexicano way. You know what I mean? He from Mexico, fool. You know, like that's when it get like that. But after that, nigga, it is back to original shit. Niggas see each other at their jobs. Niggas see each other out in their day. Niggas live next door to each other. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So it's no hate. It ain't never been no hate. It's just funny. Cause my Mexican friends, they didn't hit me with the chicken and the watermelon and I just be like, I take it, pause. I take it, I don't match them. I don't match that. I don't match the statistics. If you believe in them statistics, I don't match none of that shit. So that shit don't affect me. But when I come back with y'all niggas with this tapatio and this elote and niggas selling corn, I mean, that's all that, we gonna exchange jokes, but we gonna shake after this. Just like Canelo got his ass beat, they shook after it. And then Crawford gave him the belt back. So it's no hate. Like I said, y'all know what it is. Shout out to Bud, the GOAT of this era. Mayweather, the GOAT of the last era. Bud, the GOAT of this era. Stop playing. There's nobody fucking with it. Stop playing. You know what I mean? It is what it is. It's all love. Ain't gotta be no hate. He beat the tapatio out that nigga. He beat the sriracha out that nigga. He beat the horchata out that nigga. He beat the moose off that nigga's scalp. He beat the flauta out that nigga. But they amigos. Mi yo amigo way, mi yo hermano way. Mi no racista way. You know? It is what it is. Niggas all in my inbox because I said what I said, my prediction. Y'all all in my inbox and shit, talking all that shit, especially on TikTok in the comments. These niggas was running off at the mouth. Bro, them niggas ain't been back. Where they at? Where y'all at? Y'all said y'all was coming back to the post. Where y'all at? Y'all niggas is not around. Niggas is MIA. Nigga went to the store yesterday. Hey, I went to the store yesterday. They all nice and shit. You can go, fool. You was already here. Nah, nigga. I'm you know what I mean? Like, don't try to be all nice, nigga. I know niggas is hot. Shout out to my nigga Bud Crawford, 42-0. Niggas talking about is he better than Mayweather? You don't even got to compare them niggas. You don't even got to compare them niggas. Floyd was that nigga of his era. Bud is that nigga of this era. Just leave it like that. You don't got to compare them niggas. Floyd is that nigga. Bud is just this nigga. Much respect for Canelo, my nigga, a great fighter. I think he was like 62-3 or something like that. I mean, it is what it is, nigga. You can't win all of them unless you Floyd or Bud, but it is what it is. Shout out to my Latino friends. Y'all know it's all love. It's a respect thing. Once they know you cool, that race shit is not even real, so shout out to my Latinos, shout out to my Latinas. I fuck with y'all. Like I told you, mi hermano way, mi no racista way. Mi no racista way. But it is what it is. Like I said, it's all love. These is all jokes. You know what I mean? But he beat the ceviche out that nigga, man. Bro, he was tagging that nigga, bro. But what's next for Bud? I don't think Bud can do nothing. Like who else can he fight? Like there's nobody of that magnitude. I mean, we gonna see Teofimo versus Shakur. Like that's what I want to see next, or Tank versus Shakur. But other than that, I ain't really, it's not really no fight that I want to see. This was a fight that I wanted to see. Canelo got beat by the old GOAT and he got beat by the new GOAT. So, yeah, like it is what it is. But, that's that. We going to get into the NFL back, Now that we got that out the way, welcome to season 2. You know what I mean? The pod, we did a whole season. Like that's crazy. This started off as an idea just to start doing stuff because I was bored. You know, I passed over 100,000 views. All that. You know what I mean? Now I'm back, better than ever. I learned a lot. We finna get it. We finna keep growing. I got other shows. Let's get it. Now we finna talk about the NFL. We had the Cincinnati Bengals go against the Jacksonville Jaguars. Cincinnati won 31-27. Jake. Joe Burrows got hurt, I think. I think Joe Burrows got hurt. Jake was out there hooping. He threw for 241 yards, 21 out of 32 completions. 21 out of 32. He completed 21 out of 32 passes for 241 yards, but he had 2 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. Jamar Chase was out there cooking, 14 receptions, 165 yards, 1 TD. Trevor Lawrence was out there hooping. He balling. He completed 24 out of 42 passes for 271 yards. He had 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Cincinnati won. We had Dallas go against New York. That was a great game. Shit was entertaining. My nigga Dak was 38 out of 52. He threw for 361 yards, 2 TDs, 1 interception. Devontae had 18 carries for 97 yards. He had a touchdown. CeeDee Lamb was out there cooking. He had 9 receptions, 112 yards. That nigga Russell Wilson, that nigga was balling yesterday. I know week 1 he was struggling. Nigga was just coming for that nigga neck, talking about brother, that nigga just need to stay home and be a husband or a wife or whatever. He get a lot of jokes out here in the real world, but I think week 1 they changed future son last name to Wilson. So it is what it is. I don't got no comment on it. They made my kids. That's not my family. I'm just reporting what happened, So week 1 they changed future son last name to Wilson. You know what I mean? And then he went out there and got destroyed week 1. Now week 2 they lost, but he was cooking. But 30 for 41, nigga had 450 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 interceptions. Malik was out there. He had 9 receptions, 167 yards, 2 TDs. Wandale, he had 8 receptions, 142 yards, 1 TD. It was a late game in the fourth late touchdown by Russell Wilson. The game, I thought it was over. Nigga threw that down the field, scored. Then the Cowboy kicker, I think it was like 60-something yards, 67 yards, 63 yards, something, kicked that field goal and went in. I was like, bro, that shit is crazy. But it was a good game. We had, shout out to Russell Wilson for coming back, resurging, you know what I mean? Because like I said, week 1, shit was ridiculous. We had the Detroit Lions go against the Chicago Bears. Detroit won 52-21. Jared Goff, 23 out of 28. 334 yards, 5 touchdowns. That nigga was hooping. Gibbs, 12 carries, 94 yards, 1 touchdown. Amon-Ra had 9 receptions, 115 yards, 3 TDs. Jameson, 2 receptions, 108 yards, 1 touchdown. That nigga was out there. He wasn't getting the ball, but he made the best out of his situation. For 2 receptions and you still get 108 yards. We had the Rams go against Tennessee. Rams won 33-19. Matt Stafford, 22 out of 33, 298 yards. Devontae Adams, 6 receptions, 108 yards, 1 TD. Matt Stafford was out there. That's Matt Stafford. He good. We get into some other games. We had New England beat Miami 33-27. Atlanta beat Minnesota 22-8 or 6. Colts beat Denver 29-28. Arizona beat 7-22. Philly beat Kansas City 20-17. I don't know. Kansas City lost 3 straight games. They lost the Super Bowl last year to the Eagles. They lost last week Now they lost this week again to the Eagles. So are the Chiefs chiefing or is they done? You know what I mean? You know, they need to stop showing. What's her name? I forgot her name. But damn, I cannot think of her name. That's crazy. But anyways, we had Buffalo beat Cleveland 41-17. Seattle beat the Pittsburgh Steelers 31-17. Ravens cooked. We gonna get into the WNBA playoffs. See, that's crazy. I didn't even know the playoffs was starting. You know, there was no advertisement that I ain't see. I ain't see no advertisement for the WNBA playoffs. This is game one, though. These is games ones. So, I don't know. Maybe because, you know, the big names ain't in the playoffs. I mean, there's the best players is in the playoffs. But the big names is not in the playoffs. So, I guess they like, yeah, we ain't finna. But it is what it is. They need more motherfucking, you know, promotion because how you trying to grow as a league? You ain't even promoting the playoffs. Like, them, I ain't even know. But we had the Minnesota Lynx beat the Golden State Valkyries. First off, shout out to Golden State Valkyries. You know, their first year in the WNBA, they made the playoffs. So shout out to them. But they got their ass beat yesterday. 101-72. Nafisa Collier, 20-6. Cooking. Atlanta Dream won against the Indiana Fever. Atlanta Dream won 80-68. Howard had 20-6. Gray had 20-6. For the Fever, Kelsey Mitchell had 27. I mean, she was out there alone like she been doing since. She been alone probably like the whole year. Damn, all this damn oil and shit fall sliding down my goddamn face. If I'm shiny, y'all, I'm shiny. You know what I mean? Don't be knocking me. Y'all know what it is. I put oil in my hair. I spray my hair with oil and shit, and that shit dripping, and I feel like it's sliding down my face. Goddamn, dog. We had the New York Liberty go against the Phoenix Mercury. New York Liberty won 76-69. Cloud had 23-6-5. You know, we had the Las Vegas Aces go against the Seattle Storm. Vegas, you know, cooked still 102-77. Asia Wilson 29-8. Still out there cooking. The end of the season, she was cooking. You know, there was nobody fucking with her. You know, there was nobody fucking with her. You know, she was just scoring at will. She is the best player in the WNBA by far. I don't really think there's nobody even close. She may not be the most popular, but she the best player in the WNBA. And she been the best player in the WNBA. They got a chance to win. It's probably going to be New York Liberty versus Las Vegas again, you know. I don't really see nobody who can stop Asia Wilson, especially in the playoffs. Let's see. We had, what else can we talk about? You know, I've been gone. You know, we've been going for like a few months, maybe like a month. I don't know. I took a break. You know, I was just like, you know, let's start season 2. Let me take a break, get back into it. We had Carmelo Anthony and Dwight Howard get inducted into the Hall of Fame. It's crazy that Dwight Howard was not labeled as a top 75 player. It's blasphemy. Even I'm not talking about off the court though. That nigga wicked off the court, but on the court that nigga was nice, bro. Like pause. That nigga was hooping. That nigga was a beast. Defensive player, offensive player, led his team, got to the finals. He a champion. You know, when LeBron was going through his 10 straight years in the finals, the last person to beat him before that started was Dwight Howard. So, yeah, it's crazy that he didn't get inducted into the top 75. And everybody know Carmelo Anthony is Melo. You know, Melo is that nigga. You know, Melo should have won MVP. I mean, Melo should have won Rookie of the Year, but they gave it to LeBron. But Melo, they both, before the year before both of them players got there, both of the teams had the same record. They was trash. The next year that they get there, Melo got his team to the playoffs. LeBron didn't make the playoffs. And LeBron was averaging like 25, 5, and 5 or something like that. Melo was not too far off. So yeah, Melo should have got Rookie of the Year. Let's not act like he shouldn't have got Rookie of the Year, but he should have. You know, I think Melo. I think Denver Melo was better than New York Melo to me. Like Denver Melo was that nigga, like with the braids, you know, the midi socks. Melo was Melo. Melo was nice. He always was nice. Even in New York, he was nice. Even in Houston, he was nice. OKC, he was nice. They just labeled him. They fucked up his little aura, you know, by labeling him as a selfish player and all this other stuff. But Melo been nice his whole career. But they had the 2008 Olympic team. They got inducted into the Hall of Fame. They was nice. I still think the team with KD is better though. I think it's 2012. The 2012 team was ridiculous. But KD, y'all know how I feel about KD. That's my GOAT. That's the greatest player I ever seen. You know, I know no disrespect to Jordan, no disrespect to Kobe, no disrespect. You know what I mean? I love Jordan, I love Kobe, but KD is 7 foot doing all this. You know what I mean? So that's why KD 1-on-1. I think KD will beat all of them. Like I think he'll beat Jordan. I think he'll beat Kobe. I think he'll beat Bron. I think it just because he's 7 foot, it's gonna be harder for them to score on KD than it would be for KD to score on them. So like I said, welcome to season 2. We here. Shout out to my Latinos again. I don't want y'all niggas coming for a nigga, you know. I don't want y'all niggas coming for me, you know. It's all love and respect. Shout out to my Latino niggas. Hey, Mario, my neighbor, bring your ass outside, nigga. I ain't even tripping. You know what I mean? Come outside, nigga. But that's what we finna get to. We done. Shout out to y'all. Welcome to season 2. We out. Peace.